Americans await the arrival of their $600 stimulus checks as lawmakers are at a standstill over raising that amount. CBS News' Deborah Alfarone is on Capitol Hill. And Deborah, is this likely to happen?
No, Jeff. I don't think it's likely to happen this week. There's a lot to get done. And here's really what's happening here is that yesterday, Mitch McConnell basically blocked the vote in the Senate. And then what he did was he took that Cash Act, that's the one with the $2,000 stimulus checks, and he rolled it into some new legislation where he wrapped in two other issues that President Trump wants to see addressed. So now we've got three issues all in one bit of legislation. And that's going to unleash a lot of debate, and we don't have a lot of time left here.
The latest round of coronavirus stimulus payments have started hitting bank accounts.
The need is high.
Central Texas Food Bank President Derek Chubb says the $600 check is a temporary fix for the people his agency is helping.
Just because we're giving stimulus now, it doesn't necessarily get people out of the hole that they're already in.
On Capitol Hill,
Object.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell blocked a vote to increase the stimulus to $2,000.
Do we turn our backs on struggling working families, or do we respond to their pain?
The coronavirus relief bill that Congress passed last week has nearly $9 billion for vaccine distribution. President-elect Biden says lawmakers are going to have to give more money to meet his goal of 100 million shots in his first 100 days.
I'm going to move heaven and earth to get us going in the right direction.
About 2 million Americans have gotten the vaccine, far short of the Trump administration's goal of 20 million by year's end.
10 months into this pandemic, we're still talking about the basics of how do we get vaccines into people's arms.
In Florida's Lee County, seniors are camping out to get the vaccine at a first-come, first-served basis.
I had such an emotional reaction to getting this thing because it's like getting your get-out-of-jail card free.
More than 3,700 Americans died from the coronavirus yesterday. That includes Luke Letlow, who is just days away from being sworn in as Louisiana's newest congressman.
Letlow was admitted to the hospital on December 19th and later placed in intensive care. He's been survived by his wife, Julia, and 2 children, Jeff.
Such a tragic story. Thoughts and prayers to his family there in Louisiana. Deborah, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell blocked the vote on the standalone $2,000 stimulus check and instead introduced a bill that links the increase in those checks with a repeal of Section 230, which is an internet law. Why link the two?
Yeah, it's interesting. The best that I can come up with is that if he does that and he introduces that legislation, then he can say that he does support those $2,000 stimulus checks. And he can also appease President Trump, because President Trump has always wanted to get rid of Section 230 of this internet law, because this law, it basically shields Facebook, Twitter, social media companies from being liable for the content that its users post. And as we know, President Trump uses Twitter, and anytime he posts something about election fraud without evidence, Twitter will then put a label on it. So this has been something that the president had wanted to do, and as we know, the president and Mitch McConnell, they have been close allies up until most recently. So at this point, we're just thinking that this isn't going to really make Democrats very happy. We don't have a lot of time left on this, and we're just going to have to see. But it's going to be a long week, Jeff.
Yeah, like so many other long weeks. Deborah Alfarone on Capitol Hill, thank you.